Welcome to the Whiskey Burn. My name's Jay and this is my Whiskey Den. This week we're talking about supermarket whiskies and are they any good? So this week on the Whiskey Burn it's all about supermarket whiskies and I've got three here to discuss. First of all though, thanks to the Surge Hunter, 510 Base, Adam Keeley Illustration, all for getting in touch on the Whiskey Burn YouTube channel with some lovely comments about the Kalila 12-year-old whiskey. So thanks for that. Keep your comments coming, like and subscribe. So, supermarket whiskey, is it worth it? So, I've got three here. Two have come in sort of boxes, if you want to call it that, or tubes, or bit of nice packaging, one that literally doesn't. So I've got the Crag and Glen. It's a blended Scotch whisky, special reserve, aged 3 years, matured in oak casks. Doesn't sound too bad. I've got the Glenmarnock Highland single malt Scotch whisky. And that's a Highland, that just says product of Scotland. It says this signature whisky flavour. So there you go, 3-year maturation, 40%. Should have told you what this is. 70 centilitres, that Glenmarnock. This is 40%, 35, so half there. And this one, Ben Bracken from a supermarket. So thanks to, I want to make sure I get your name right, Affordable Whiskey Guy on Instagram for suggesting this. So here you go. I will open this one toward the end and give you an honest little tasting of the Ben Bracken there. Okay, so supermarket whiskey, it looks about right, doesn't it? It looks what you kind of think a whiskey bottle should look like. So the Glenmarnock for me, out of the three, has the sort of stereotypical look. The tall bottle and, you know, the name, the information, all looks like it could be a decent bottle of whiskey. So this one is a Highland one. As you can see, I've opened this, I've had it before. Had a fair bit of it. What was interesting was it was the smell I got from this. From opening this, it was the most bizarre smell I think I've ever had. If anyone's had some Glenmarnock, it's from one of the big supermarkets. In fact, all three from big supermarkets. You can, you know, I don't want to promote one over the other, but the Glenmarnock, yeah, definitely had an interesting smell. So I'm going to start with this one. I like the fact it comes in this tube. Again, it's a replica of that. Nice colours, nice look, simple. It's even got a watermark on the side saying product of Scotland. So they're really going for the we are Scottish. It's almost trying to be medicinal, even though it's Highland. I'm getting I still find it's got a weird smell. It's definitely calmed down, but that's probably because it's been open for a bit. Have a quick, I'll have a little dram of this because there was a bit of dram of each. So yeah, looks wise, the Glenmarnock, they're the Highland version. They have three, a Highland, an Islay, and I want to say Lowlands whiskey. I want to say it smells like plastic, but I don't know. It's got a very distinct smell, and I can't decide whether I like it or not. Not a bad smell, not a bad taste. A little bit toward the back, quite a long finish, 40%. I'm going to bung an ice cube in it, just the one. Oh well, two are stuck together. Oh well, I normally do two. So yeah, I like the look. This bottle was about £20, give or take. And like I said, they do a set of, well, they did do a set of three. They might have do four now or so. I got that before Christmas. I wanted to try it. I couldn't get over the smell. I had to get some friends around to try that drink. So yeah, what can I say? I liked it. Just a funky smell. So It's changed. The ice has totally changed the smell. I'm not a fan of it. I can't tell you what it is. I'd like to, but I can't. It's the most bizarre smell, and I wish if you've ever had the Glenmarnock, it's a supermarket whiskey. If you've if you've had it, get in touch and let me know what you think that smell is. It's almost off-putting. If I gave this to somebody as a starter whiskey, like, here, try this. It's from the supermarket, but it'll put you off. Rubber? Is it rubber? Do you know what? That's bugging me, that. So please get in touch. Comment below if you've had the Glenmarnock. Let me know what you think. Makes it a lot easier. Not much taste to it. Its unique selling point, I would say, is its look and its taste with ice. I can't get over that smell. I think it would put a lot of people off, you know. Is it a factory smell? You know, those stereotypical factory smell that make things? Not like wood. That's a lovely smell, cut wood. I actually cannot decide what that is, so... Getting some fruits. Like I say, it's got a short finish now. It's nice with ice. It's an easy drink with ice. It's relatively easy without ice, but who knows? But that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Okay. So far, looks wise, good. Smell, for me, pretty awful. Taste with ice, pretty good. Next up, Crag and Glen. It's a blend. It's 3-year-old. So it's been aged in oak cask 3 years. Now, I've got into oak casks. One of my fave go-tos is the Glenlivet oak cask. As you can see, I've had some. This, half the size of that, 35 centilitres, 40%. Smells of caramel. That's quite nice. Look, standard sort of bottle, really. Just a small one. Excuse me. Oh, it's got to me. It's nice, and I like it. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's small. It's like half the size bottle, but I don't know. Finish that off. So, Crag and Glen blended Scotch whisky, 3 years. It says matured in oak casks, distilled and bottled in Scotland. So, here we go. Ice. Don't want you anymore. So, put a bit of Crag and Glen in here. See what we've got. So bottle-wise, yeah, it's not too bad. The back, just the usual information really, and a repeat of the front. Small bottle there. Big supermarket, this one. Wow. Caramel. Now, I'm pretty sure I remember opening this and thinking, ugh. But that, it's almost burnt caramel. The more I think it airs, the more I'm getting burnt caramel. Quite thick. How's it? Not much taste in that. The smell is really nice, but not much taste in that. There we go. Caramel. Wow. Got a bit of a kick to it. A little bit of a kick. 40%. It's all right, that. It's all right. I think I prefer the smell to the taste. Bit of a long finish now. Very golden in colour as well, that one. That's Crag and Glen. Still getting the caramel, but it's turning into burnt caramel. So you know when you've overdone it, you go, "Oh, it smells lovely," and you just let it cook. Bit of caramel at the front. That's it. But then it cost about 10 quid. I think it was less than £10. I think it was some, I want to say it was £8, but don't quote me on that. It's a blend. Shouldn't knock blends. I'm going to do do you know what? I'm going to do one on blends. I won't use that one, but I'll do something on blends. Yeah, burnt caramel now. That's quite nice. With ice. Takes away that sort of pow toward the back. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. That's as far as I'll go with that. So bottle wise, it doesn't come with a box or a tube or anything. But then it's a small bottle. It's half of the standard size. It's 40%. It's a 3-year aged in oak casks. It's a blend, which I'm not knocking, but it's about 8 quid, 8 to 10 pounds. When you're paying that little for a bottle of whiskey, I don't think you can expect it to come in any kind of fancy packaging like these or boxes, really. So, Ben Bracken, my suggestion from Affordable Whiskey Guy on Instagram. Thanks for this. Islay single malt. It looks the part. It has the kind of label on it. It has a person playing the bagpipes. Product of Scotland. They're very big on saying we're from Scotland. Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, 70 centilitres, 40%. It has won some awards. Spirits Challenge 2020 Silver, Spirits Business Gold 2020. Not bad. We shall see in a tick. Again, box basically replicates what's on there. Single Islay. So I'm expecting a bit of smoke in this. This was about $17.50, something like that, from the supermarket. These are 3 different supermarkets, so if you go into one, you won't find the others. It says powerful and unforgettable with a barrage of aromas. Tangy sea spray, bonfire smoke, salted bananas and baked apples arouse the senses. So I don't know whether you watched last week's episode, where I'm after now, when I'm looking for a whiskey, I want contrasting flavours, whether it's the nasal, the initial taste, or the sort of finish. I want to taste different things, which is why the Bushmill 16-year-old last year was my whiskey of the year. Opening a bottle of Bushmill 16, the pink bottle, well worth 80 quid or so. Right, so bit of a tasting for you. So thank you for the suggestion for this one. There you go, and this is going to be one of those awkward moments where I can't open it. Look-wise, like I say, it's a bit more modern than the Glenmarnock and probably the Crag and Glen, but I think these supermarkets go for a traditional look. It does remind me a little bit of Talisker. I can't open this, so bit awkward. This is one of those where you take a moment, use a pen, just to get that little tab open there. Come on. I think I might have pushed it further in. So this Ben Bracken, never had it before. I must admit, I do like my Islay whiskies. There we go, winner. So I'm hoping for big things from this. So. Okay, so one thing I will say, they're a nightmare to get into, or maybe I'm just having an absolute moment in a mare here. So I'm just going to try and rip it off. I like the box. I think it's quite nice. It's a bit different from, I mean, it's got all the same information as the bottle, but we shall see. We are off. So, Islay, all it says. I love a barrage of aromas. Okay, so I'm hoping for a barrage of aromas. Smoke, absolute like earthy smoke. Reminds me of the Johnny Walker Double Black, which was my go-to for many, 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 many years. So that's all I'm getting is basically peaty, earthy smell. That's not bad, that. So that's not bad. That's not bad. So Ben Bracken, what does it say underneath there? Distilled, matured and bottled in Scotland. Okay, here we go. So, the Ben Bracken. Very deep in colour, I think. A bit like the Glenmarnock there. Again, the smoke, the peat, the earth. They've really, really got the earthy smell in this one, so that's quite good. Wow. Blah. Powerful punch of smoke. I'm not getting any banana, any barbecue-ness yet. Let it air a bit. Just give it that little bit of air. Smoke all around the mouth. Slight finish, short finish. Again, this is a 70 centilitre, 40%, just shy of £20. So you can pick up some nice ones, but I think it's one of those you've either got to know what you want and get it. So if you're into your smoky ones, this is actually quite nice. Yeah, that actually isn't bad. What I'm not getting, so it said on the box, didn't it? It said on the tin, as it were. It says on the tin, tangy sea spray, bonfire smoke, salted bananas and baked apples. Bonfire smoke, I'd say yes. I'm not getting any bonfires, any sea salt. But again, that's just my opinion. You might have this and think it's the best. Obviously, affordable whiskey guy, you like it, and that's great. You know, that's one thing I keep talking about whiskey. It's your opinion. What you like is what you like. Yes, you can take advice from other people, but their taste might be different. But I do like a smoky whiskey, so I'm quite happy with that. So, smell the smoke's just simmered a bit. Bit of sea salt. Only a bit. Maybe if I put another ice cube in there and it simmers it a bit more, might get more sea salt. It has changed the flavour. It's smoother and I am getting a absolute touch of the apple, the baked apple. Smoke's still there obviously because it was quite powerful, and I'm getting a bit of sea salt. So I am getting what it says on the tin, but it's not a barrage of aromas, and it's definitely not a barrage of tastes. But then they're hardly going to say, this just is smoke, are they, really? Because they're trying to sell it. So, let's look at what we've got. Supermarket whiskies. Are they worth the money? We've got roughly £20 a bottle there, they're just under, and roughly tenner. Okay? So, £50 worth of whiskey. Okay, you can buy a bottle of well-known whiskey for that amount of money. Is it quality over quantity? Should I be buying these regularly and just building a massive stack of supermarket whiskey, or should you spend 50 quid on one bottle? That's whether you've got the money, and that's whether you like these. So I'm going to put them in order of what I prefer. Packaging wise, the Glenmarnock for me, I think the tin looks good, the bottle, the label looks good, it's a nice golden colour. Then the Ben Kraken, I think I like a tin. I think a tin looks smart, it makes the bottle look smart, or a box. I think they look smart. And unfortunately on looks, Crag and Glen. Nose wise, you've got the smoke, you've got the burnt caramel, and you've got some very odd flavour that I can't smell to tell you what it is. Well, I can smell it, but I couldn't tell you what it is. So for me, the nose has to go Ben Bracken, Craig Glen, Glenmarnock. Taste, this was nice, but the more I had, the more I got the burnt caramel. This was quite nice. I would probably say taste the Ben Bracken, Craig Glen, Glenmarnock with ice, Craig Glen, Ben Bracken, Glenmarnock. So looks wise, this looks tops. Nasal, probably this one. I think nasal with a bit of ice as well. But that's if you like smoky whiskey. If you like your sweet whiskey, Craig Glen. And this was good for tasting, but I think taste wise, I've never had it before, so I enjoyed that. So there you go. Comment below. Let me know what you think of supermarket whiskies. Is it worth a spend? Is it not worth a spend? Spend £50 on 3 bottles there, or 2.5, depending how you look at it, or spend £50 on 1 bottle. If you're a quick drinker and you like to glug, 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 why not get these? Find one you like. There's a lot of them out there. Like I said, I think there's 3 in this collection. I didn't look much. I was in and out to get this. And this one, I think there's a bigger bottle of the Craig Glen. Buy one. Try it. See what you think. Interesting flavours. It's another part of the journey, is what supermarket whiskey is like. So there you go. Hope that's helped. Hope that's given you a little insight into supermarket whiskies and what sort of things you can get. So there you go. So that's it for this week. I'll be back next week with a taster, the Old Pulteney. There you go. I think I said that right. So join me next week for that. Comment, subscribe, and like this video. That'd be great. So here we go. The Ben Bracken. I would say this was winner of the supermarket whiskey out of these 3. Okay, there you go. Anyway, enjoy your whiskey. Sláinte.